So I went over to McKaylin's school this morning, to take a change of clothes over there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this little lip about this high on the concrete. And of course, what was I doing? I was looking at my phone. I walked right into that thing and went flying. Got both knees, got my left
Well,
knee.
did she ever get to see the video? The
No.
teacher?
Well, yeah, a little bit of it. But, oh, hi, we're back.
Yes, hi.
It's kind of cool how we lead into these, isn't it?
We have a request today that we're going to be doing from Audacious Extreme.
I thought it was audacious.
Audacious Extreme. That's what I said, Audacious Extreme. And I wrote it down phonetically so I could say it right this time.
Well, I thought I knew what audacious meant, but I think I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hi, everybody.
And why don't you tell them what Audacious wanted?
Okay, Audacious wants to know how Pops ended up in the Navy and tell a little bit about boot camp.
Yes. Not very exciting stuff because the Navy boot camp is not adventurous. It's mostly book study and swimming, believe it or not. So let me try to condense this a little bit so we don't go ramping off into Never Never Land somewhere.
Oh, but ramping off is so much fun.
We going to casinos tonight yet?
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I want to go to the casino tonight. Anybody want to go to the casino tonight?
Anyway, in 1960, I was a senior in high school. And my friend joined the Navy Reserve and wanted me to join too. And I ended up doing it because I enjoyed it. I went to a meeting. I enjoyed the meeting. I took the test, passed the test, but I had one problem before I could get in. I was too short and too light. But, make a long story short, the commander took pity on me. And he wavered the weight and the height. He said, you'll eventually grow into it anyway. And I did, but it took a while. So that's how I got in the Navy.
I saw some pictures of him when he was in boot camp, hanging clothes on a clothesline. He was the tiniest little squirrel.
I know. I even chased a guy, all 5'1" of me, and he was about 5'10", I guess, somewhere. He was picking on my friend. And I chased this guy down 2 flights of steps. I don't know why he ran from me, except I was acting like a madman.
Yeah, he was probably afraid you were going to kill him just on principle alone.
Yeah, my friend could have took him with one finger. He was about 6'6" and about 300 pounds.
Whoa.
But he didn't want to hurt the guy.
Oh.
He was one of those guys that really was a gentle giant.
Yeah.
He came home at boot camp with me, and we scared the hell out of somebody who picked on me in high school.
So one of the things that you did in boot camp that I thought was amazingly silly and funny was how they hung their clothes on the clothesline.
Oh, yeah. You got to learn how to tie a square knot. Now, anybody can tie a square knot but me. What happened was...
Are you kidding? That's the easiest thing in the
No,
world.
I can tie a square knot.
That's what most of macrame is, square knots.
Oh, yeah? You're running off on somewhere we don't want to go.
No, I'm just saying that I did square knots for macrame.
Anyway, you had to tie your clothes up on the clothesline with square knots. And every day, after you did your wash and hung your clothes up, an inspector came by and inspected the clothes. And if he didn't have it tied up with the correct square knot, he took the clothes and threw them on the ground, and you had to wash them all over again.
Did you stomp on him?
No, he didn't stomp on. He wasn't that sadistic.
Sadistic?
I was thinking about seducing.
Mean.
Mean. Okay. Grass hut. Anyway, but Navy boot camp was easy. I remember getting shots.
Oh, my God.
That was great.
I've heard stories about...
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you.
Military shots.
Now, you talk about someone sadistic. Those corpsmen in boot camp are sadistic. They take a syringe, put one here, here, and here. And they take and you walk up, and they go, whoop, in the arm. And they push the plungers. Guys were dropping.
Oh.
They were, before they even got their shot. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I probably would faint.
I didn't drop because I was used to, by now, getting them in the reserve.
Well, yeah, because you went in the reserves while you were still in high school.
Right.
And so you got a lot of shots and things then, right?
Right. The other thing I remember, this is over 55 years ago, so please forgive me if I don't remember everything.
You wrecked his track, too.
Yeah, I wrecked my track getting all those shots.
All those shots messed him up.
Anyway, the other thing I remember was learning to swim. Well, I didn't have to. Growing up in New England, I knew how to swim at an early age. But there were people that didn't know how to swim, and if they didn't know how to swim, they were gone. They had to know how to swim.
Oh, I thought they taught him how to. You said
They tried to, but some guys just can't do it.
Oh, couldn't float, huh?
No matter how much they try, they can't do it. But we had to practice abandoning ship. Now, in the pool, they had this platform that was the height of an aircraft carrier deck. And what you had to do was jump off the platform into the water. And you had to do it the correct way, with your feet together and your arms up like this, so it breaks the water. Otherwise, you end up with a very high voice.
I know what it's like to I went off the high board in high school and hit sideways, and
Ooh,
it's
that
like
hurts.
it's like hitting concrete.
That
yeah,
hurts.
It did. I was bruised bad.
Haircuts. Oh, my gosh. Audience, if you're thinking about going in the Navy, let me tell you, you'll enjoy it, but it is something you really go through that you wonder sometimes. Haircuts. You know, you line up in this big line and you go into the barber shop and you get your haircut. I asked them for easy on the sides, but they really did too much.
I can't believe you actually had the nerve.
I thought it was
to
pretty
tell
funny to ask them about.
Why, did somebody warn you ahead of time?
Oh, I knew about it. I've seen the guys in the reserve station who came back from their summer boot camp.
Hey, you know what? I'm looking at your notes here,
Uh-huh.
and I see you have a note about cleaning the barracks.
Oh, God, yes. You ever have one of those big polishers?
No, but I've seen.
Oh, man. Let me tell you what. Part of your job is cleaning the barracks. You have to polish the floors so you can practically eat on them. They have these big buffers, round buffers. When you first try to use those things throw you all over the floor. I mean, you
I can just imagine you,
I mean,
all 5'1" of you, and
120 pounds. That thing was throwing me everywhere. You guys that were in the service, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, how about marching?
You ever see the Navy March?
I saw you march in the blue in
That
the
was-
CBs, and I didn't stop laughing for a week.
Navy marching is funny. No way like the Marine Corps. Those guys are precision. The Navy, man, you're lucky if you see two guys in step.
Oh, it's the funniest thing I ever saw. We had an event, and so the women were all in the stands, and the guys marched over to us, and all I could do was go.
We are not known for marching, especially in the Seabees.
Okay, let's see. We've done. And your clothing.
We said about the clothes.
No, you talk about hanging them up on the line.
We
How
got-
how'd they fit?
Oh, when we got our clothing, we got dress blues and pea coat and hat. We even got a Donald Duck hat. And even though they didn't use them anymore, they wanted to get rid of them, so they gave us all Donald Duck hats.
What's a Donald Duck hat?
You know
look
how
like?
the hat that Donald Duck wears? It looks just like that.
Oh, you mean that little white?
Not that white thing. It's a blue thing. I'll show you one. Anyway, you guys know what a Donald Duck hat is. You know
I
what
can't remember what Donald Duck's got on his
a
head.
little top hat that says head with a ribbon hanging down. It said U.S. Navy across it.
Oh, okay. It's a build hat, right?
No.
No.
Oh boy,
Well,
little
I'll have to look
sheltered
up-
woman
I
here.
know, I have to look up Donald Duck. Okay, let's see. We're almost there.
Yes.
The train and the cattle car.
I didn't want to talk about the cattle car.
You didn't want to talk about
But
the cattle
I'll just
car?
tell you,
Why didn't you?
it
want
was
to
the first time I really realized that the Navy was just treated as like a hunk of beef. When I went to boot camp one day after high school, I took a train from Fullerton down to San Diego. And when we got down there, I thought we would have a bus that would take us over to boot camp. Well, they had transportation all right, but it wasn't a bus. It was what they called a cattle car. They just herded us in this thing that looked like a cattle car with benches in it, and we took us off to boot camp. It did look like a cattle car.
Well, you know, cattle cars have open slats on them. Did this have open slats?
Yes.
Oh, my God. I can't even imagine.
Yes.
Well, it looks like we have hit all the high points, and then once you finish boot camp, then what?
How about turning the
Did you
page?
get another page? Oh, my gosh. The firing range. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
this is a good one.
You know, later in my career, I ended up being a weapons instructor. But in boot camp, with the M1, on the firing range, where we had target practice, and we had to qualify in order to graduate. I ended up qualifying as a marksman, which is the lowest one you
I was
can
going to
get.
say that's like the lowest one,
That's
right?
like the worst one, yeah. But I could not hit the broadside of a barn door with that thing. That instructor stood over me. I thought he was going to kick me in the butt. Maggie's drawers kept going over the target. You know what Maggie's drawers is?
Yeah, but didn't anybody teach you how to shoot the gun?
They tried.
Even I can shoot a gun.
Yeah, but can you hit it accurately from 500 yards to a bullseye?
Oh, I never tried to shoot.
Yeah, so you
Hey,
shot
listen.
a pistol.
In my business,
Yes.
we didn't get 500 yards away from the...
I know, you
from
go
the
right next to him. Boom, boom.
Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You never had to use that thing anyway, did you?
No, just target practice and carry it on my person in case...
She worked for the Dallas PD.
In case somebody tried to attack me or something. I actually wasn't a police sworn officer, but because of where we were and the dark alleys that we walked in to park our cars and things like that, we all carried weapons with us. And, of course, you have to learn how to shoot them. And so I learned how to shoot them. And then one day, my mother took it away from me. That's another story. Anyway.
I tell you what, her mother was something.
We're going to skip naval history. That can't be too exciting. How about the gas chamber? You got a
the gas chamber and putting out fires.
Okay.
The gas chamber. That was great. That's something to look forward to because you're going to hate that thing. We all line up to give us the gas mask to show us how to put it on and everything else. And we go into the gas chamber. And then let these little pellets go, right? And it fills the gas chamber up with tear gas. And that's fine as long as you had the mask on. But guess what? They made us take them off.
Yeah.
And man, tears are just rolling down our eyes. Looked like I was watching a soap opera or something.
Well, you want to hear something more sad than that?
No, I don't.
No, related to the gas mask, dummy.
Oh, you calling who a dummy?
I'm sure they're going to want to hear this.
All right, go ahead. You're making the tape longer, but that's okay.
No, my mother, as a teenager, was forced to do the same basic thing with a gas mask.
Yeah.
In Germany.
That's not pleasant.
No, it's not.
But this is worse.
Oh, how about fighting on board?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, well, get to it then.
Okay, this is worse than we kept picking on
The
me.
next question is going to be, how long do you have to be married before she can talk to you like that?
You remember who said that?
I've got it all.
Okay.
I'm just getting even, that's all.
Okay, but this is worse. We had to learn to put onboard fires out, oil fires, right? Because when a ship catches on fire, that's one of the most dangerous things there is.
I imagine.
Because you got nowhere to go.
Well, you can jump in the water.
Yeah, but how long are you going to be there? Anyway, they started an oil fire right in this chamber. And first of all, they teach us how to put the fire out and whatnot. And then comes the day when we actually have to do it. And we go on this fire, and the oil, I should say, is really got this black, sooty smoke going in this chamber. And of course, you can't stand up in it. You got to kind of crouch or hit the deck, right? And at the same time, put that fire out with the hoses. You walk out of that place black, sooty black. And your clothes are all filthy, and we had to wear them for the rest of the day.
Wow.
But that is something they teach you to, but necessary. Like I said, it's nothing more dangerous than a fire aboard ship.
So you got classified as a radio man.
Oh yeah, in boot camp you had to go through what they call classification, where they sit you down and they give you a whole series of tests to find out what you're really good at. And they don't tell you what you're going to be until just before graduation. They give you your orders, then you get where you're going.
And knowing you picked the one that was closest to home, right?
I didn't pick.
Oh.
They picked for you.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know how it is now, but back then they picked for you. And so day before graduation, they come down with your orders, right? And the classification said I could be a radarman, a sonarman, or a radioman. But I didn't know what I was going to be yet until I got those orders, which was on the last day. Well, come order time, and I get orders to radio school. Now, previously I asked, well, where are these schools at? They said, San Diego. Well, since I lived in Fullerton, which is about an hour and a half away, I thought, man, that's great. I'll get to go home on the weekends and everything. Well, guess what my orders read? Radio school, Norfolk, Virginia, 3,000 miles away. My bubble was busted. No more beaver. Did I tell them about Beaver?
There's nothing on here about her.
Oh, Beaver. Beaver was my girlfriend. Well, my ex-girlfriend by the time I left boot camp.
Nope,
But
nothing on here about Beaver.
I had a letter and a picture of Beaver above my rack, right? And one of my friends saw the picture and said, "Who's that?" Well, I told him, and he took the picture down with the envelope. And, of course, what's on the envelope?
Address.
Address. There was 30 men who wrote Beaver letters. All on the same day.
Well, to make a long story short, you graduated, you went to Norfolk, and
Norfolk, Virginia.
the rest is history and more stories to come.
Right. But I should tell this shortly.
Actually, you know what? We'll make it short.
Okay. I'd never been aboard a ship before. Only in boot camp, they had this little wooden structure thing where we practiced going aboard and coming off. And what you did was you saluted the ensign, which is the flag, walked up as you walk up the gangway, right? And then you saluted the quarterdeck, which the officer of the day was on, and you whipped out your wallet with your ID card and presented your ID card, right? Not hard, except for me.
Not for me.
Well, my friend and I decided to go down and see the Forrestal. And we were so proud. We were going up that gangway for our first ship, and we saluted the ensign, and we saluted the OOD, and went aboard and whipped out our wallet to show our ID card. Yeah, to show our ID card. And guess what I showed the OOD? My Disneyland Magic Kingdom Club card.
Yeah, for those young people around who don't know it, back in the day, we all got them from our employers and the military.
Well, the guy in the quarterdeck must have laughed his butt off when we left there, because I know I would have in later years.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom Club card.
Well,
okay.
now, my dear, you know all about
boot camp.
I'm sorry we had to read our notes, but Bob couldn't remember.
It was 55 years ago.
I know, it took him 2 days to compile that list.
Anyway, but one story did happen. I'll say it real quick.
Okay.
Okay? And that is, like I was trying to say before we deviated here again, I've never went aboard ship before, except that wooden structure in boot camp, like I said.
Right.
And we were going up, I already told him. We already said it.
I know.
I'm telling you, I'm getting brain dead.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
It's a new segment we're going to start here. It's going to be, we're going to comment on the comments.
Okay.
Okay? Bob likes to answer everybody he can, and I think that's really commendable, but this is Mrs. Pops. This one is a shout out to Lee Barrett, who says we're a sweet couple. Okay. This one is to Colin Scherer, Scherer, who says, elderly YouTubers are amazing.
Elderly?
Elderly. I know.
Do I look elderly to you?
Yes. Okay. Kyle Payne thinks we're genuine.
Genuine what?
Does that mean like the real thing or something like that?
I guess that's what genuine means.
Thank you. And then I saved the best one for last.
But I'm fading away.
Ian Thatcher wants to know how long we had to be married for him to talk to me like that. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what like that means, but I will say this. Okay. I know that when we're doing these, he's doesn't mean anything serious or anything hateful or anything mean, because if he did, I'd kill him afterwards. But when we're not doing this, he wouldn't dare talk to me like that.
No, she hit me. And she can outrun me now.
Anyway, so for these 4 guys, thank you very much for comment, and for all the other ones, we'd have to have 10 shows to repeat all the great wishes.
But we're going to do this on every show, right?
Yes, this is going to be for Mrs. Pops from now on. I'm going to pick out, so if you want to get a shout out, then send us comments.
Okay, and we put a new Little J video up yesterday.
Little J's, yeah.
So be sure to go look at Little J. She loves doing video.
And she loves to talk.
Okay, but anyway, we're going to say goodbye. Have a good time, and be safe until we meet again.
Have a great blessed
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.